Hi everyone, welcome to MAT114, College Algebra Prep. I'm Dev, nice to meet you. I wish I could be there with you, but we're going to do the best we can here at home together. I've tried my best to make the class just like if we were in class together, where I've made note packets for you just like if we were in class taking notes, and I recorded all of our video lessons so that you can hear me explain all of the examples just like if we were together. Hopefully, you've had a chance to get into Canvas and poke around a little bit and get comfortable where everything is at. If you notice the top of your Canvas page, I have a few announcements. Just a few recent ones are show up there, and you can see more over to the tab on the left. But I have some printing options for those of you that don't have a printer at home and need to print out the chapter notes. I also have a link to Mr. Grima. He's one of our North Campus instructors for his MAT 114 and 114 website. He's created lots of good worksheets, practice problems, video examples. So if you're ever struggling with a concept, you can always go to his website and check it out. On the front home page, hopefully you familiarized yourself with all of those different buttons. One of the main ones that I think that you should print out is the calendar. Keep that handy so you're aware of all the different due dates for the course. All right, let's go ahead and get into the modules and look at our first chapter, Chapter 1. You can see in Chapter 1, and if you look at the class, it kind of starts very basic and then it's going to ramp up really quickly as we go through. What this class is a class to get you ready for college algebra, MAT151. So there's a lot of information in this course, starting at the very basic information, adding, subtracting, fractions, multiplication, division, stuff like that. And then we get all the way into some pretty extensive algebra stuff. So there's a lot of information in this course, a lot of things that you're going to be doing throughout the semester, so make sure that you're ready to work hard. If you look at Chapter 1, mine's grayed out right now because I don't have the class published yet, but yours, as soon as I publish the class, should look like this. And you can see the first thing under each chapter is a chapter notes packet for you guys. You are required to print that note packet out and take notes as you're watching the video lesson. Now, I have also said that you can upload your notes onto a tablet if you'd like to take notes that way, so you can do that, or you are required to print that note packet out so that you can take notes with us. You can see that for every section in Chapter 1, there is a video lesson. So for example, if you click on 1.3 about fractions, you can see on that page that there are videos for every example that we do in the notes. Your notes should look just like my notes. You have fill in the blanks. You should be working out the examples with me. When I ask you to pause and try something, pause and try it. See if you are understanding the material. And so you can go through each of those examples to fill out the notes for that section. You should be going through each section and taking notes, learning the information as you go through. And then what I suggest you do is do all of that first, because what you could actually do in this class, what's kind of nice, is you can test out of a certain chapter. If you go into my math lab, you aren't able to get into your homework for the first time until you take the test. I'm using that test as a pretest to see what information you already know. Depending on your score in the pretest will depend on how much homework you have to do after that. So remember, the better you do on your pretest, the less homework you have to do. So let's say you score a 70% on the pretest. All of the questions and objectives you get correct on that test are taken off of your homework. And then you just have to go through your homework and get at least an 80% on each section before you're allowed to retake the test. So if you take the pretest for the first time and you get a 95% and you're satisfied with that score, then you can move on to the next week or the next chapter. Pretty cool, huh? So make sure that you look at the videos, that you follow along with the notes, that you complete the notes packet as you're going through, and then you do as good as you can on the pretest, so you do have to do less homework. Okay? When you are finished completing all of your notes, you are required to submit a picture or scan a picture of your completed notes here under the Chapter 1 completed notes assignment. This is why I had you do that week 1 assignment where you had to scan a picture of your name, I think your favorite color, something like that. Because what I'm expecting in this assignment is that you've scanned all of your notes in order, your pictures are clear, and it's in one document. So I can quickly scroll through to make sure that you've taken the notes with us and you have all the pages there that are required. Please make sure that you follow the directions on that assignment so you can get your full credit, okay? So each chapter is kind of going to run the same way. You're going to print off the notes, you're going to follow the videos and take the notes with us. You're going to submit your completed notes. You're going to take the pre-test and do as good as you can. You're going to take complete the homework with at least an 80% for each section. And as soon as you do that, you're allowed to do 2 more retakes on that test. The highest score out of the 3 is the one that's going to be recorded. All right, I'm here for you. Even though you can't see me, I'm here for you. So if you need anything, reach out. I look forward to working with you this semester.